So, good morning, everybody, and a little bit about my company and what I'm doing here. I am actually an investor in different companies, but I'm looking for value more than growth. And I think there are lots of companies that are value plays, but they're also growth plays, and that's what mostly I'm looking for. And my website was launched because I was looking into companies and I couldn't find one place where I could get all the information in a format that I will be able to make a decision. So some of the things that I wanted to look at right away was 10-year growth, 5-year growth, 3-year growth. I wanted to look at the financial strength. Also, I wanted to look at the SEC filings because if I am going to a website, I don't have to go to the SEC website to find the information. I wanted one place where I can look at the earnings or price for the last 10 years or the earnings for the last 10 years. I also wanted to look at the key ratios in terms of what is the book value, price to sales, and price to cash flow. And I wanted, in a nutshell, to know whether the company is going to get bankrupt. And so my investment is safe. I'm 50 now, and I don't want to put money in a company that is going to lose money. I am better off putting money in Pepsi or Coke, which has been consistently doing well. They're not good players, but they're good companies, and they're consistently doing good every year, year after year. So that is why this website was designed, so I can do the research and I can help other people to do the research as well. I am not advocating any single company. I am letting people see for themselves what a company does, what are their numbers, what are their risks from those numbers. And that's the whole goal for my website and this YouTube channel. So if you are interested in getting access to this website, then I would say sign up for my Patreon membership. And just for $10, you will get the whole thing. And of course, I'm always looking to add stuff so people can look at the numbers. They can also make sense of the data that is on the website for each company. Today, I'm going to look at Tesla. And I like Tesla car, but I don't like Tesla stock. Why I don't like Tesla stock is because this is not just about the company not doing well in the last many years. It has been doing really, really well for the last many years. If you look at the numbers, it's, super earnings, super revenue growth. And that is not in question, right? Revenues have grown in the last 5 years about $42 billion. And of course, free cash flow has been going. And there is so much coverage by the analysts for Tesla that you cannot see CNBC or any other channel where they're not covering Tesla. Everybody is on the Tesla bandwagon. But what I'm looking for is value. Should I put money on Tesla and wait for 10 years for it to grow? And I'm sure that Tesla may be the super growth company that is beating every earnings, every revenue estimates. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for where I want to get in, right? That's the important thing. And what are the risks? So when you look at Tesla, some of the risks that I look at may be temporary. I'm not sure. For example, one of their main risks is the component shortage, right? The second risk is China. So there is a lot in this story that we do not know. Now, everybody, including Musk, is going to say that this is a great company and it's going to do great. Of course, EV space is very, very much dominated by Tesla. But at some point, it's going to be Ford or some other company or Toyota who's going to come and you're going to start taking away the EV market share away from Tesla, right? We always think about Tesla taking away the market share from other companies like Toyota or Ford, but there is a case here where Ford, Toyota, and all these other car companies are going to have competitive pricing for their EV cars, and then we are going to see that there's going to be a lot of competition between these companies. So that is for the near to long-term perspective. But when we look at the short term, in the next 2 or 3 years, there is a huge risk with the component shortage. Now, Tesla did take care of some of those issues in the short run, but I'm not sure if this is going to be sustainable for long. So we'll have to see whether that is going to happen. The other thing is that the stock is very expensive. There's so much built into it. Every bear analyst has actually failed, and every bull analyst have actually been successful. So there's so much built into the stock, and it's so expensive at this point that it doesn't make sense for a person like me, who is a value investor, to put any money into it. Maybe, there's people talk about value and growth, and they always think about value and growth in terms of how can I make money in value and growth. So if people cannot make in value, they want to jump into the growth. And if people cannot make money in growth, they want to jump into value. You have to stick to one method that actually works. And value has always worked over a long period of time. And that's what we want to do. We don't want to be short runners. We want to be long runners. We want to make sure that we are adding value we want to make sure that we are adding growth to our portfolios consistently rather than, with a spike and then going down and having a spike. So we want consistent growth. We do as a value player, we want to make sure that we are doing the right things. We're making sure that we are value players for long term. Right? So Tesla, for me, even though it's beating earnings and it's a great company, if you look at the 3, 5, 10-year growth, it is great. Its financials look good. But for a value player, all these things do not matter. What matters is how much you're paying for a company. How much is it worth? It doesn't matter how they want to triple their earnings, or of course those things do matter. But at the end of the day, what are we paying for that growth? What are we paying for the risk, right? So that's the most important thing for us. Anyways, for me, I just wanted to say Tesla is not for me. And Tesla as a car, I probably will buy a car, but it would be very hard for me to think about buying Tesla stock. I have to admit, though, I did buy Tesla stock when it tanked in 2018. But I sold it a little bit early. And that's the story. That's where it had value. But now it's not. So I'm going to give it a pass on this one. All right, guys. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please go to my Patreon page and support me. Thank you so much. Have a good day.